Each news time, information is power. The current, the news headline. News update. Biafra, court told to sack DSS Director General over Nnamdi Kanu's case. The Civil Rights Association of Nigeria, Organization of Nigeria, Arewa, has actually asked the Federal High Court, being in Abuja, to prison the Director General of the Division of State Services, DSS. The phone call complying with a court choice that was intended to enable the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, have optimal feasible convenience while captive. The test court, Justice Binta Nyako, that offered the order on Thursday likewise purchased the DSS to enable the Biafra agitator to have an adjustment of garment, provide him clinical interest, and also enable him exercise his confidence. The policy of legislation needs to be observed in all negotiations and also need to thrill it on the federal government whatsoever degrees to proactively tow the course, Arewa stated. The rights of every person versus any kind of injustice and also humanity need to be jealously secured and also shielded with the lawful devices at our disposal. All binding court orders need to be complied with. No one, regardless of his or her placement, will certainly be enabled to double court judgment. Infraction of a court order is major, and also you might discover on your own paying a lot. Dedicating ridicule can consist of both and also criminal charges such as penalty, lawyer charges, lowered custodianship time, and also prison. The continual rejection of the DSS to comply with the policies of the court is considered merely as ridicule of court. The Arewa highly canvassed that the court does the necessary by sending out the head of the DSS to prison for dealing with the order of the proficient law court with ridicule and also outright disrespect. Yusuf Magaji Bichi was assigned September 18, 2018 as the Director General of the State Security, DGSSS, and also for the fact that he can actually stampede the court orders and not comply totally to the court ruling. There is need for the Federal High Court to ensure that he is sacked or actually made to face the law. And the court that was presided by Justice Binta Nyako, who offered the order on Thursday, likewise purchased the DSS to enable the Biafra agitator have an adjustment of garment, and also that they should ensure that he has comfortability in everything that he's doing. And the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had complained that his client, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are yet still been complaining and arguing about the manners of which he has been treated by the DSS. Therefore, the Civil Rights Organization of Nigeria has insisted that for the fact that they do not comply with the directive of the court to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is comfortable in the facility of the DSS, then there is need for the court to place an infraction on them and also on the Director General of the DSS, that there is need for the court to ensure that they punish everyone of the DSS that is ridiculing both the civil and also the criminal charges, such as penalties, lawyer charges, lowership, custodianship, and also ensure that they imprison Yusuf Magaji Bichi, that is the Director General of the SSS, who has refused to comply with the directives of the court to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is comfortable. He should be allowed to change clothing, and in a statement signed by the lawyer, he noted that the hearing there was a total absence of security operatives in the court and around the outer perimeters, as was the case during previous proceedings. Also, Ejimako stated that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not in court and there was no officer from the Department of State Service to explain why. However, what is surmised, both the court and the DSS might have concluded that his presence in court was not strictly required in the sort of application that was moved in court today. The lawyer also claimed that the court did not grant Kanu's legal team the leave to move the application challenging the reduction of the court to continue their trial. The statement further read that recall that we had filed such application, arguing that the extraordinary rendition of Kanu constitutes a constitutional barrier for his trial. The court ruled that the application was not calendared for hearing today, that it would be heard in the next adjourned date. The court, after going through what it said is a tight judicial calendar, moved the date of the next hearing backwards from 19th to 18th January 2022. The court ruled that it will entertain all outstanding applications at the next hearing date and proceed to make following orders. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be given maximum comfort possible in the detention facility, that he be allowed a change of clothing. And this was the conclusion at the emergency sitting that they had for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which we know that for quite a while now has been at the DSS facility, awaiting trial for treason, felony, and also terrorism charges. And during times wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu presents himself at the court, there is always a heavy security presence, there, so as to ensure, the needed. And the DSS, although there has been complaints from the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also well-wishers and the IPOB members that the people are actually hindered from accessing the courtrooms, and also heavy security presence around, to threaten, and scare people off the environment. And the lawyer says that in this case of emergency meeting, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not brought to the court at all, and there was no security agencies to explain why, because their presence as well was not there. However, it has been said now that the court has said that they would not be listening to the plea of the legal counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who had said that the case as at now was not, the court does not have the jurisdiction to continue that trial, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was unlawfully extradited from Kenya back to Nigeria, and by that virtue the court was not supposed to attend to such a case by trying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of that unlawful extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. However, the court had said that this emergency sitting was not meant for this particular case, and that it will be heard in the next trial, and also said that the court said that they will be checking into these applications whenever in the next sitting, and I said that the only thing that the court had actually emphatically placed mandate on is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be granted good comfort in the detention facility, should be able to change his clothes as I went due, and be given proper care in the DSS facility. Thereafter appointed Governor Buni to head the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, CECPC, and he was immediately sworn by the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Abubakar Malami. While addressing party leaders at the meeting, President Muhammadu Buhari had called for the immediate suspension of all pending litigations involving the APC and its members. Thanks for listening, and that is the news.